Carl Ralph, you're hilarious. Any point in having the Tfatk Patreon anymore? It's not like Callen's gonna do any extra content for it. Scott Dopeson, Tough 10 is the best season they ever did. Agree. The rivalry between Rashad and Rampage was must-see TV. If you're feeling froggy, then jump. Maybe one of the greatest sequences in TV. Yeah, they actually hated each other. It was such a fun time. That was such a fun time. Where are we at? You moved it, Chinster.
I know.
Dice Game Network says, Chinster, man, we can't have Brendan slipping saucy noodles on cam. Come on, I'm with you, dude. I don't know what's going on with that. Stephanie, you might need a wireless mic for the fights. Look like Matt Rife up here. Chris Baxter, 5503. Bryan is one of my faves, but does it bum you out how little he puts into Tfatk? The show was your baby for a while. I don't know how to answer that. No, I just think me and Bryan did great things, man. I still love him. You know, that's my brother. We did great things. It is what it is. Like, you know, it's been, what, 12, 13 years, you know? So I get it. I get it. Jordan Young says, if Patty subs BSD, do they give him a title shot? Just a rematch? It was a five round fun one. Could stack the card, it would be great. Not, they wouldn't give him a title fight so soon. If Patty subs BSD, I think they'll do Patty versus Ilya. I think Patty versus Ilya makes a lot of sense. Joe Rigg, new member today, fan since 2016. Joe from Cornwall, UK. Love these lives. Thanks, dude. Good luck to your England versus Mexico. Thomas, Brendan, did you finish the show? I Will Find You. Nope, I'm on like episode 6. My family loves it. I fell asleep. Yeska Love says, Brendan, if Gearhead's Gone Wild doesn't get picked up, everything of doing Pimp My Ride style show, you'd be great. Exhibit. No, if it doesn't get picked up, I'm good, man. I'm good. That show's a lot of work. So even to get picked up, they'd have to pay a lot more than they paid for the first 4. So if it does and it's the right money, I'm down to do it. But I'm fine either way, brother. It's a fun show, and I love all the car stuff, but TV's tough. We'll see how it goes. Where are we at?
Somewhere around here-ish.
All right.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm good. Chris says, bring the boys in the back on an episode of Food Truck Diaries as guests. That's if we bring back food trucks, dude. Scott Dopeson says, B, do you think younger fighters need to work on 1 or 2 finishing moves that they are proficient at? I feel the new gen is trying to do too much in the ring. When you say finishing moves, what do you mean, brother?
You heard it right from the BoJack Horseman looking guy's mouth. He is done with Callen, and he's done with the fighter and the kid. He actually did answer that super chat. I didn't think he did, and you have to go through his entire god-awful live stream with the air conditioning kicking on to try and find it. But he did, and he did a weird laugh and then never answered it when that person asked, is there any point to even keeping the Patreon? Which meant now and then there was a follow-up question, and Schaub just was like, hey, it's a good run. Love Callen, but it's done. Of course it's done. You have to remember, Brendan Schaub has lied in his past 2 live streams when someone asked him super chat like over a week ago, a very handsome person, about his podcast 1 deal. which ends in August. And now that Podcast One deal covers the Golden Hour and the Fighter and the Kid. But that deal ends in August. They did not re-sign Schaub, and Schaub lied and said, "Oh, I signed a deal 2 months ago, biggest deal of my career." They never announced it, and I've gone through the press releases on Podcast One. They announce literally everything because they're 100% a scam company, and they're all about pumping up their stock, and it's publicly traded. So if they re-signed him, they would have 1,000% announced it. They never did. It never happened, and he just lied. But of course he lied, and that's why right here he just admitted he's done with that podcast, because come August, there's not going to be any more Podcast One deal. Hence, there's no more of the other podcasts. He already quit the Golden Hour. He's not on the Golden Hour anymore. He just right here said basically he's done with Callen and the Fighter and the Kid. You have to remember, Schaub signed that deal basically 3 years ago now and got $1.6 million up front and some stock options. It was then up to him to pay everybody. He had to pay Callen $25,000 a month. Now, he used to pay Callen $15,000 a month, but if you remember, he had to get Callen to come back because Schaub was doing the Fighter and the Kids with Malik and Chappelle. So he had to up his pay. And he has to pay Dalia and Mr. Potato Head. If he doesn't have that Podcast One deal, you really think he's going to continue to pay those people every month? This man is doing a show out of a storage unit in Texas. Like, you really think he's going to keep paying that when there's no deal backing it? Now, he'll never fully announce this. Well, he'll announce that the Fighter and the Kid is just going to stop, and he's going to make it seem like, you know what, B, I can't get Bryan to do anything, and I've just been enjoying these live streams and stuff. So it is 100% a cost-cutting thing. Because you got to remember, when that deal ends, all the ad reads are going to end too. That's Podcast One who secures those. So that's why he has switched to this model, by the way, people. You don't think there was a reason why he switched to this? He knows this is happening and has known this was going to happen. He knew. They negotiated. When they announced Corolla re-signed in January, he knew that was the time to get the deal done. That's why when he lied and said he still had that deal, it made no sense, because he said 2 months ago, biggest deal ever. It's like, dude, we would have heard about that. That didn't happen. So, but he's known that. That's why he switched to this model. So he can try and get more money up front. And now it's just going to be him in a storage unit getting super chats and reading questions. And he figures, hey, people were signing up for the Fighter and the Kid Patreon, so I'd answer dumb stuff. Callen isn't helping me in any way, shape, or form. I might as well just do this and not have to pay Callen or Dalia or anyone. That's what's happening, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.